We're rolling. Going live in 3, 2, 1.
So I don't usually book guests on short notice, Dr. Kade, but ever since you hit the headlines, I think we all need to know more.
Thank you, Mark. You're right. I'll be glad to clear things up. I'm just not sure where to start.
Let's start at the beginning and tell us who you were before all this started.
I was supposed to be the kind of person that time forgets. An archaeologist with some papers on old languages and buried rocks. Most of my time was spent filling out forms and arguing with customs over boxes of dirt.
So how does a no-one special archaeologist end up on every news crawl in the world?
Sources have confirmed that the remaining 20 available seats on the ill-fated Flight 214 were purchased by a single entity just days before.
Dr. Kade is a hero, Cindy!
You don't just accidentally save 20 people on a plane, Jim. It's a government cover-up.
Port authorities have expanded the perimeter in their continued manhunt of Dr. Kade, last seen evading security near the port district.
Residents are advised to report any suspicious activity immediately.
They're saying all kinds of things about you. Government whistleblower, doomsday harbinger. Some even think you're some kind of messiah.
I can promise you I'm none of those things. All of this started after I visited the last site.
So tell me about the last site. I'm assuming it's nothing like we've been hearing on the feeds.
Do you remember a report a few years back about a subglacial tremor in the Arctic?
I remember the news feed. It was a small blip chalked up to climate change.
What about the repeating narrowband radio anomaly picked up by the space agency just before that?
Yeah, I remember that too. They set up a research station with some balloons to figure out what it was.
Well, it turns out they were connected, and what they found was a lot more interesting. A subglacial megastructure, not like anything I'd ever seen before. Tooling was immaculate, no weathering, no sediment, and it was still active.
Wait. What do you mean it was still active?
Dr. Kade, hold position. Your vitals just jumped.
Come in, team. High EM spike coming from the pit. What's your status?
So you stepped on, what, some kind of hieroglyph and got visions of some cosmic apocalypse?
What I got was a long coma stuck in an Arctic med bay, where I was kept under observation. I don't know what I saw down there. It was more subliminal, like an echo or fragments of a dream.
Well, you were in a coma for, what, a month? Longer? Still doesn't explain much about what happened.
That's exactly what I thought. That my brain was cooking up visions, but I was experiencing some kind of déjà vu. How are you feeling, Dr. Kade? Just a few more days before you're cleared for transport.
Can you remember any more about what happened? So you're telling me you're some kind of precog now? That you know what happens before it happens?
I don't know. But the flight was the first time I tried to change the picture.
All right, let's say I'm still buying what you're selling. What happened after the plane went down?
There were a lot of questions. I got deposed. They suspected me of a lot of things. But there was nothing that could be proven.
But they never really let you go, though, did they?
No. I've been under a microscope ever since this all happened.
So here's your chance, Dr. Kade. For all the skeptics out there, what can you do here for us now to show us it's all real? Wait, what was that? What did you just do? Whoa, wait, stop! What's happening here? How are you doing that?
Like I said, it's some kind of deja vu. As far as I can tell, it's a localized event. I can't control it, it just happens.
So it's happening now? What else are you seeing?
That news feed you ran of me earlier, from the port district. I think something bad is gonna happen there.
I'm gonna need more than a hunch here, Dr. Kade. Just how bad are we talking here? And when? All I have is a name. Palma. I thought it was a person, but whatever it is, it'll probably happen soon.
We're projecting to you live with scenes at the port district, where cargo vessel Palma issued a catastrophic fusion engine malfunction. While containment crews are attempting to stabilize the core, emergency services scramble to seal the ruptured hull. Anyone within the primary exclusion zone is advised to evacuate immediately. Authorities warn that failure to contain the core could devastate the waterfront and surrounding neighborhoods.
My God! That was the port district! You knew this was gonna happen. Why didn't you tell anyone?
You don't think I tried? The port authorities reported me on suspicion. I was this close to having a TAC unit take me in.
TAC unit? What the hell are you saying? There's more to this than you're letting on, and you brought this here? To me?
That's right, Mark. People need to know about this. About everything. Maybe then we could have avoided what's about to happen.
So what happens now? Are we all gonna get blown up? How are you even allowed to be here talking about this stuff?
I'm not. And we don't have much time. They'll be here soon and I'll disappear. That site is still down there and whoever built it is gone. But it's still active, it's still receiving a signal.
Who's gonna be here? What signal? From where?